Hello, everyone. It's your man, Spin Nation, here, along with the Formula Tom. How are you, my
Hey,
man?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm doing great. Coming off a great Breeders' Cup week. Thank you to
Yeah,
everyone who tuned into our coverage throughout the weekend. It was a lot of fun to have everybody, but
it was.
it was, and some great races that we'll get into as the show goes along for sure. But it's
Yeah,
Thursday night, and we're getting up to Woodbine. Our good friends up there, back to Woodbine, try to win some money for our people tonight, and glad to have everybody aboard.
yeah, yeah. Glad to be here. Glad to have some of our faithful back. I know some of you guys are sprinkling in. But yeah, I think we're getting ready for race 4 here. Race 3 is now in the books. Race 4, we're looking ahead to. It looks like, well, we got like 6 horses in this race, 7 horses in this race coming up.
7 horse. Yep, yep,
There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Seven is very doable. That's
yep.
probably about the perfect size for a
Oh
horse.
yeah, there you
Don't you
go.
think when
Yep,
handicapping?
yep,
I feel like
absolutely.
that hits the sweet spot of predictability versus payout, right?
Oh,
6, you
no
start
doubt.
getting hit in the payout. You start getting an 8, 9, ooh, and then
Yeah,
10, it's like,
yeah.
ooh, you better start going deep,
Tricky.
right?
And Anna, hi Anna, how are you? She says this one is 4 to 5. How? Well, we will get into that, Anna, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to talk about
We
that
got
at some
we got
point.
Benny, we got Bobby, we got Todd in the house. Welcome everybody back.
You
Hope we
got
had
it.
a great week. Joe T from Sacramento, hello sir.
Hey, Joe.
Hope your Kings are off to a good start. Yeah. So we had a busy weekend from the Breeders' Cup, and looking forward to having some great racing tonight as well. And as always, if you want to formula talk about our sponsor,
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Do I have I gotta see if I've got like some nice little slide up there. I
yeah,
think we're starting to get to the end of this deal with our sponsor, but they've been so good to us. I do want to talk through it again. Yeah, ironbetsracing.com. They are live. So they no longer have these giveaways that we're talking about, but I do believe you can still get in on a 50% bonus up to $300. They're adding tracks. They just added Aqueduct yesterday.
oh,
So they're
great,
starting to build it up. And as always, use the promo code TRUST if you sign up with them. $20 off on first deposits over 100. So, get in on that. It's a good way to, as we said during the BC, build up that bankroll. There's always something to build up the bankroll for. It's not BC this time. Maybe it's Pegasus. I don't know. It's whatever you want to be betting in November and December. Oh, you know what it could be? December, like we're into November. We're like maybe a fourth of the way through. We're starting to
yep.
get close to Turfway. Is Mike Witten out there?
Oh,
Can
close to
you back me
Turfway.
up on Turfway?
Yeah, Mikey Witten. Where it's
Yeah.
probably the you know what the Turfway radar just probably went off in Louisville, and Mike is on the way.
Yeah.
The
On the
Batman
prowl.
turf, exactly. Someone just mentioned Turfway. I must get on. Exactly. So, oh yeah,
All right.
it's like a month away. It's or less than that. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's like December 1st, December
Yeah, or
2nd,
some
something
yeah.
like
So
that.
we're
Yeah, like the first Thursday in December, I want to say.
yeah, and
All right, I'm
Woodbine's
pulling up
only
my
got a
calendar now.
month left, so it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
The year has flown. Exactly.
Can't pull
So
up my calendar in a normal way right now. Very strange. There we go. There we go. So I'm guessing it's going to be December 5th, unless
yeah,
they open on a Sunday, and then it's December 1st. I'll have to
yeah,
double check the
yeah,
the
yeah.
website for that. But
Absolutely. Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
yeah, I'll take this off share here. We can get back to Woodbine. 13 minutes to post. It's just the two of us right now. We
Yeah,
might as well start talking through this race.
yeah. Do you want to
Race
take?
four.
You want to take race one?
Yeah, I could take race one.
Okay,
I'll let
I'll
you
start talking
start.
if you want.
You start talking by all means.
Okay.
I'm curious to
Hey,
hear what
Benny
you have
Betts,
to
how
say.
are you? Okay, so Anna asked. This one was at the time was 4 to 5 and is now 6 to 5. How?
Mhm.
Okay, I am going to answer for that for you now.
Gotta tell you
Stuart
for what.
Simon, who has had a very solid year throughout. Okay, This horse is dropping, ran in the maiden special weight versus Cut the Dust, ran against Scorching in the Simcoe, and now and was in a maiden optional claiming 40,000 versus Shadow Realm and Regal Guest. If either one of those horses in here would be like 1-9. But notice first time Lasix, which is a big thing. Not only the first time Lasix, but dropping down, and I think that's where all the money is coming on the one, because the one has just faced much better than this group. And with the first time Lasix, you look at the last workout, 101,
Yeah.
106, 101. Since he's added the Lasix, new dimension seems to have happened. So I think people are thinking versus this crew. Now, I know that Stuart Simon is 0 for 5 for Lasix. Stuart Simon is basically a maiden special weight trainer. So when you're 0 for 5 with Lasix, it's against maiden special weight. This is 25 maiden optional claiming 25. That's a big drop. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
to look at those numbers for him, all his horses are usually maiden, so they're running against the best of the best. So
Yeah.
I would throw that out. But that is why I had him as my number one pick in this race.
Did you know? Okay.
My second pick was a 7 Adapted. We're coming to that period now, folks. There's only less than 1 month away. The horses that are dropping are the horses that the people want to try to get rid of before the meet is over, so they don't have to carry them. The 7 Adapted is another one dropping down from the $40,000 race. Ran against Dark Screen, who, as we know, was a stakes winner just a couple of weeks after this performance. Tierman, who also won. So this horse has been facing some quality animals. So I think this animal is going to be right in the mix and has found the right group here. Ryan Munger back aboard again, where they've had some success together. And then my second one was You and Me, Baby. Theranos, Ramon Hernandez gets aboard. These guys are 30% together. Abley rode it the first time. He gets Ramon on this horse second time out. Ran a very solid second. So I was 1, 7, 4, and then 2.
Oh, you had the 4 in there as well. I'm sorry, I missed the 4.
Yeah. I had it wrong. 1, 7, 4, and 2. I do think the 4 is definitely beatable.
Yeah.
And so does the public at 10-1.
Yeah. No, great job going through that. I think I agree with you on the top 4, just maybe a slightly different order per my numbers.
Yeah.
It's fairly spread out, right? My top 3 were 1, 1, 7, and 2. Probably more in the order though of, where do we go here? 2, 1, and 7. Yeah, that's more my order.
This is a crapshoot. There's not much space between them, you know.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll echo what you said about the 1. So Anna was asking, why is the 1 getting that? I mean, it's purely a class issue, right? So it started off in maiden special. We talk about class, right? This thing was running in, source was running in 111K maiden special. This is a 49K race. So coming down from that, its first race, you know, it's cutting the class in half, right? And then the second race it had was a 20K, what'd you say, the Simon? Oh, Simcoe. 200K stakes race. So again, right, we're talking about 4 times the value in terms of race. Went up into that before it broke its maiden. Came back down to a 65K maiden claimer, maiden optional claimer. So it just keeps dropping in class. One thing I do note here, I guess the reason why I'm a little surprised it came down that hard is because if you look at the finish lengths, first race 11 lengths back, second race 13 lengths back, third race 8 lengths back. So 11, 13, 8, not finishing in the money in any of those. Obviously class is higher, but also not anywhere near the leaders, the finishers in those, the winners. So, you know, you could talk about this one's got class or it's been running in class, but has yet to actually prove one way or the other that it deserves to be in the class that it was set in the first place. So,
Right, right, and also, yeah, also to the, I think they're also looking at the first time Lasix uh,
Sure.
thing too added, which could possibly help the horse too
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Right. So there's that. The horse also seems to be a horse that sits on the pace, but has had a tendency to fade back, as do horses that have been trying to break their maiden and are pace setters, right? They will obviously fade back several lengths. I have a similar note on the 4 here. Both of them I have at about the same pace, more or less. Both of
Yep.
them will get up on the pace and then drop back a bit. Um, the 2 here, I think, and the reason I have that one as being higher,
Mm-hmm.
granted, it's not racing in the same class. It's racing in the same class as this race, but in his one race that he ran in, he was sitting just off the pace, and I did show that he had a little bit more down the stretch than the other horses, which I like to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Another curious horse here that you didn't talk about, and I'm not going to pick, but I'm curious about, currently getting 6-1. You talk about a horse dropping in class. The 6 ran in a
Right.
maiden special, 111K, ran one time, was 28 lengths back,
Yeah.
but it's one data point, dropping in huge numbers in class. Tiller is the trainer there. I got him ranked as one of the 2 best trainers in the race. Got
Yep.
between him and Simon Stewart very close, or Stuart Simon very close.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm curious to see what happens with that horse. I'm not ready to put him in here yet. Um, yeah.
Yeah. And
So
nice workout too. At least the
yes,
last time with so at least he woke up a little bit there. So
yeah, and nice workout on the 2 as well. The 2 ran
yes.
the 60.6 5 furlong.
See, that's what I like too, by the way, at Woodbine. If you notice, the two ran on October 17th. 10 days later, he's back out on the track on the 27th doing a 1 minute and 4 out of 21. So clearly the first start what didn't take much out of the young horse at all, which is something you like to see that he's that the Reynolds is wheeling him right back,
Right.
which is uh,
Okay.
which is good. Yeah.
All right. So I think I've got my bet. Let's see. We're at 100. We start
Yep.
off with 100.
Yep. Yep.
All right. I think I'm ready to do my bet here.
Let's see it. Yep.
So let's see. Whoops, trying to get back to the screen here. I'm going to push the button. All right. So I'm going to do exacta to all. It's going to be a $2 exacta. It's going to cost $12 total.
Oh, your mic's going a little bit in and out.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. Is this
Yep. Yep. No problem. There you go.
okay? So it's going to be an exacta, 2 on top. So
Yep.
2 has to be on top, all on the bottom.
Okay. There you go,
Yeah.
love. There you go. Okay. There. Excellent. Yeah.
Am I
Yep.
better now?
Yep. Much better. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So let me push
Yep.
this in.
Love it. Yeah.
Right. So I really like the 2 here. I'm sure the 1 is looking good already. If I look at the pools here, let me pull that up real quickly. So if I look here, let me make sure I'm the right one. Race 5. So 2 and 1 on a $1 bet pays 16. 2 and 7, that's the lowest one, pays 13 on a $1 bet. So it's going to be
Yeah. Right.
26
Yep.
if we
That's
get our
great.
$2
Yep.
bet
Yep.
coming back. Anything
Yep.
else? 41, 25, 26, 51. Like we talked about, the 6 could be a surprise here. It'd be fun to get a piece of the 6. But
Yes.
I do think that the 2 is the best horse here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I think we're getting value on him. I see the 1 is starting to drop off to 2-1. Hopefully that doesn't mean and our 2 is getting hit a little bit here with 3 minutes to post. I'm hoping we still get some value out of this if the 2 ends up on top. So yeah, we're pretty much just rooting for that 2 to be on top.
I think so too. Yep. And let's see here, Bobby D. Let's see, has an exacta box 714. He has an exacta box 6-7 with 2-1.
Okay.
Bob Jackson, how are you, my friend? You have a 742 exacta box. Dan Witchen following you right along with a try box 247. Dick Bush, how are you, my friend? $1, 150 exacta try box 127. The Woodbine. And we have an exacta 2 all here. So the 2 has to come in first. And then anyone else can come in second. But we hope for a long shot.
Yeah, exactly. So far, it looks like we should get some sort of payout here as long as that 2 finishes on top.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And as we said, Rafi and Theranos are 30% together. So they have seen the winner circle many times together. And very happy to hear today that Emma Jane is doing much better this week already.
That's good to hear.
She's recovering nicely. She usually rides most horses for both Stuart Simon and Theranos, but
scary stuff out there. It's a dangerous sport.
Yeah,
it is a dangerous sport. Very difficult.
Yeah, she's one tough cookie though, so she'll be back.
She has to be. She'd have to be competing like this for as long as she has, as successfully as she has. She has to be tough. That is for certain. I wouldn't want to tangle with her.
No, not at all.
All right. Any final? Let's see. We got 1 minute to post here.
Yeah.
Are they loading up already here?
They're loading up. There we go.
Any final thoughts on this race? Anything that we didn't cover?
He was now currently.
I think we've done everything great.
You and me, baby, going into gate 2.
Here we go.
All right. Let's get
Next
this one on top and
Raphael
happy.
Stars out nicely.
Double ride to gate number 4. Irish Deputy about to link up.
Interesting. The 4 is 7-1 off a 2-1 morning line.
Next along is Back River. And the stablemate has the outside.
That is
gate,
interesting that the 4
adapted.
dropped in value so much. I didn't talk much about the 4, but Candy Ride being the sire there, right?
Yeah.
Campos is the jockey, DePaulo the trainer. Really good combination. Jockey, sire, trainer. Would love for that horse to be in second.
Down to even money here. Carnew, number 1. Tightening up as
James,
a short
we're looking
price
similar
favorite now.
here.
Carnew.
Get that 2 on
Odds
top.
on, in fact, 4-5. Adapted has moved forward.
Hey, Dan. Todd's got 217. James White trying super.
Still
Good
not
luck.
secured.
In.
4-7.
Good luck.
Blinkers off for this run today.
6 to win for in. Good luck with that. Although I really want us to win with that 2 on top. So,
Yep.
Addition here.
Continuing to buy handles.
All right, guys, let's get going.
Is adapted.
Adapted does not seem adapted to the starting gate yet.
As we talked about before, I would expect the 1 and the 4 to be fighting for the pace. I expect the 2 to be sitting pretty close to them and to have a final charge down the stretch.
They are on the approach.
The 7 would be a couple tiers back, and then I would expect the 5 and 6 to be way back. The 5 having a better kick down the stretch, given what we've seen already. But they're maidens, so who knows? They all might show something new today.
Sharply, and so too double ride, and zooming through is Back River to go out in the lead by a length.
6
Up
went
the
to the
inside,
lead.
Carnew is driving as well.
Look at that.
And into third spot now, double ride on the outside. Adapted a length and a half away is Irish Deputy.
Well, we're going to have good pace.
You and me,
That's
baby,
good.
on the inside of them. And last of all is King Putt. Only about 4 lengths first to last at best, and showing the way. Back River from stablemate Adapted a length away. Over on the inside, Carnew is snugly placed. Double ride the center. One away,
baby,
Irish
let's
Deputy.
go.
You and me, baby, and last is King Putt. And down to the 3/8, it's Back River by a length. Adapted, quarter bit wide. In the center, double ride. Carnew drop behind there. Irish Deputy sweeping up 4 wide as they come down to the
He was
final
making moves out there.
Back second last, You and me, baby's in the clear. And on the outside, last is King Putt as they come for home and going up in front. Double ride has hit the lead with Back River
make his way up,
They share it. And double ride and Back River swing away by a couple of lengths. On the inside,
he needs
Back
a big
River
close
holding
here.
double ride, and they're up by 3 to Carnew, starting to finish on Greenlee. In front, though, Back River.
Oh, go
Back
straight,
River
horse.
by a
Go
length,
straight.
Double Ride. You and Me,
Got a
baby,
lot of
running
horse
on
left.
late.
Trying.
The leader's tired.
Got a
Back
lot of
River.
horse left. Let's
And
get
now
up there.
Double Ride coming on the outside as
Come
they
on.
get to the wire. Back River from Double Ride. You and Me, baby, third, and fourth, Car New.
Looked like 6-4-2.
111.80.
22 to 1.
Yeah.
The biggest drop the biggest drop in horse racing.
That's why I wanted to see. That's why I
In
wanted
coming
to
in
get
with
that.
the 6 and in coming and boom.
Kaboom in. Well done. Well done. All right. And what did you like about the 6? Tell us in the chat. Why did you like the 6 there?
The winner is number 6.
Did James White, was this a
Second
key
is
or was this,
Double Ride.
boy. I hope this was a key box,
Third,
not
number 2, You
not
and
on
Me,
top,
baby.
because he's got the 6,
same.
the
Car
4,
News
and the
run
2.
fourth, 6, 4, 2,
Wow.
1. First quarter was 22 and 4, a half a mile, 46. 58 and 1 for 5/8. Time 111.80 on race 4.
Great job by Juan Crawford to keep the 6 going at 22 to 1.
Yeah. So it's talking about what we were talking about with the 6.
Yep.
About how there was a big drop, similar to the 1, right? But only had the 1 race.
And they put the blinkers on.
And that was the big unknown. And blinkers on. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Good call, in. Good call. I was hoping to pick up a piece of the 6, but in second place. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the 2 had a little bit of traffic trouble there around the turn. Didn't get the best time to get out until too late, but
totally didn't get the start that we were hoping for. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
look at that. That was a horse that rolled right by both of them afterwards. But
yeah, he had a lot left on the stretch. Just didn't have enough runway to make it happen.
If you guys have like stable males or whatever, you might want to put that You and Me baby in your stable, because next time, if you can get a little bit more room, he could be flying down the stretch.
All right.
Joe T.
Our starting bankroll is 100. We soaked 12 into that. Race 4.
That's okay. It's only 1.
I don't regret
it. Only 1. Yep. No, I thought that was a very educated. That was a very educated play.
Thank you. That 2
so
would have gotten a better start. I think that we might have been on top of a big one there.
Yes, I think so too. Especially
it went off at 6 to 1 for the 2. That is shocking.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Big late money. Look at a lot of money was lost in that 1, 4 to 5 down the stretch. There was a lot of money. The horse just did not have it. But we will turn the page, right?
Indeed.
It's only 1 race. We have a lot left to go. It's exciting. Doesn't look too cold up there tonight, but they are kind of,
Yeah.
Here's my fax machine running the queue. My sister never knows my sister never knows when I'm on. It's amazing. Never knows when I'm on.
Very nice win.
I tell her every week when I'm on.
But in just a second lifetime start.
She has 3 kids, 14, 12, and 10. I'll give her. She sometimes does not know what day it is. So.
For sure.
By reload from Forgotten Liaison.
Who can blame her?
Exactly.
Bred in Ontario by Huntington Stud Farm Corporation. The winning owner is
good for Robert
Davis.
Yeah,
for all those
nice win there.
Yeah, for all those who don't know Robert Tiller, he's most known for both Pink Floyd, who was one of the great champion sprinter, and now Patches O'Houlihan, who's undefeated, has been a huge success up there as well. So,
yeah.
As he always says to me, he says, he's a great line here. He says, Sean, he says, I'm 78. He said, they're taking me alive.
Oh, Joe T broke on the first race. No, gotta pace yourself, brother. Come on, pace yourself.
That's only 1 race, though. There he is, the legend right there, Bobby Tiller, in the black. Always great to see him. And the Exacta. Look at this. Is why Woodbine truly is one of the best tracks in the $427 Exacta.
Yeah. And In got himself 47 on a 2 for that win on the 6 back
Yeah, I
river.
know.
So
Great job, In.
yeah,
I did we still see, by the way, was that a box by, or was that a key by
by Joe T.
um yeah, by who was it here? Someone had it.
Oh, James White.
Yeah,
James White
James
had
White. James
Brian
White. Did
Stuper.
you key it, or did you just 'cause if you keyed it, that's a real
Key or
nice
key
hit.
box? Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
question. Key or
that's a
key
real
box?
nice hit if you did, my friend. But we have all 6 horses in the next race.
Yeah.
I'll bring that up here for us. Back River, $47. Watch at the bottom. I bet this is going to be whatever money was left in that early pick 5. A lot of people will exit stage right after
For sure.
after that win. Definitely, the always the biggest drop is going from maiden special to claiming.
Yeah. Yeah, which is what a lot of people expected on the 1, so they just buried money on that horse and just completely overlooked the 6 there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And
All
going back
right.
to it, that was one of the reasons I did the bet I did, is because I was
Yeah.
thinking something like that 6 could grab second. I didn't think he grabbed first.
No, absolutely. No,
Congratulations to
absolutely.
anyone that did.
Yeah, absolutely. So
All
we
right.
turn the page
15.
to
We turn
race
the page.
5, 6 furlongs, claiming 25,000 for 3-year-olds and up 3-year-olds, and we have a full field of 6 going here. And let us know who you guys like here. Formula, how did your thing see this race, my friend?
Pretty much how the public saw it right now. So you've got the 5 in there right now. All of my formulas graded that horse out as the best. Number 1, class drop. So in terms of class, this horse has been running in the best class of all the horses out there. 5 times in the money in the last 10 races. 2 of those are wins. 2 of them gate to wire wins. All these horses, I notice, run pretty close to the pace. None of them are true pace setters, but they're all like one to 2 lengths off of the pace. A lot of that could be because they're running in 5 and 6 furlong races, most of them, but you see some 7s in there. You see a couple longer ones. So it's interesting to me that we're getting a lot of them that are going to be up there challenging. I wonder if anyone's going to be blowing out speed early on. But getting back to the horse, right? I've got him as having the best value win. I've got him as having the best class win as well, just barely over the 3. Jockey trainer sire combo, like every box for me is checked with this horse in this race compared to the rest of the field. So the fact that it's 1-1 right now makes sense to me. Even looking at his last workout, 46.64 furlong. So this horse was blazing at a short distance on that 4 furlong.
Yes, for sure.
So yeah, what can you say? And speed figures as well check out for this horse at the distance, at the park, on the surface. Everything seems to check the box for this horse. The only thing that I would call a negative here is, and in a short distance, I don't put as much credence in this, but there are other horses here that run as close to the pace as this horse does, and this horse doesn't look, what is it called here? Border Town. Fades more than the other horses. That's the only negative I would see here. Like if I look at the stretch power, the closing power, I like the 1 better. I like the 2 a little bit better. I like the 6 better. But everything else checks out for this horse, and times too. If I look at the times in the last 10 races, this horse is heads and shoulders above the rest. So where do I go next? I've just been going off on that horse. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one here, because the 3 is the next horse I have. Again, the next horse in class, the next horse in best win, the next horse in terms of slightly better, I would say, in terms of speed figures. Also sits really close to the pace. Hey, you want to talk about who ran a really good workout? Also this one ran a 47 as opposed to a 46 for furlong. And then my 3rd horse here, I'm going inside those 2 to the 4. In terms of jockey trainer sire combo, I've got this horse as number 2 to the 5. Got a little bit more of a close to him. But yeah, those 3 horses I've got with the 5 as being heads and shoulders above.
Yeah. Like it. What was it? The numbers again, and just in order again?
5, then 3, then 4. Nothing too exciting here, especially when you look at the numbers. But that's, just calling it how I see it, right?
Yep. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
The only other outside thing I would say is that I also have a metric in here for showing who I have graded as having the best last race, and that's the 1 horse. Second off the claim. Yeah, second off the claim. I do like this horse's stretch power a bit more. You're getting 8-1 on him right now. So, I mean, there is value out there if you do want to try to beat the 5. The other thing I would say about the 5, let me just do a quick scan here. Yeah, looking at class, you can see that the 5 and the 3 stick out a little bit more. In terms of overall wins, the 4 and the 6 stick out a bit more, though. The 6, 9 times in the money out of 10. It's tough to overlook that, especially at 8-1.
Sure.
But also you look at class and you could see that compared to those other 2 horses, he is a bit of a drop off across the board.
Absolutely.
Uncle Sully checking in. Nice to see you.
Hey, Ironbed Uncle Sully. Exactly. Missouri Pass Sports Betting. Congratulations. There you go.
That is exciting. Very
good. Way to go.
Always
no, Joe T bet all of his $50 in that first race. Oh, no.
Joe T, no. Sorry to hear that. Sometimes you get a race that you feel like you know really well, and you feel like, okay, if I do it right here, then the rest of the day is easily paid for. Bummer.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. See you, Joe.
See you, Joe. Thanks for checking in.
There's Kevin Attard, the happy trainer of Moira on the screen there.
Indeed. Still beaming from Saturday.
Yes, exactly. What a race she ran. My God. She was fantastic. And we got Marv Beatty, winners only. Hello, my friend. Great to see you.
Just saw him check in.
Yep. Okay.
Looks like we're having some Twitter problems, so I think we got everybody who's in here from YouTube, but unfortunately our Twitter feed, I think it's a Twitter issue.
It is a Twitter issue, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Having some trouble streaming to X.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's look at this race, shall we? Okay. Mm-hmm. My first pick in this race was the 3 Last American Exit. Harold Lesueur, he puts Abley up on the horse here. Frazier's really good at rating horses, and when I looked at this race, Warp Ride's going to be on the lead. Definitely Border Town, if he's at his best, should be near or on the lead. A couple of these horses could really be close, whereas Essa could be close if he's on the lead. And this is where I really think the 3 who is coming out, and you look at this, he's coming out of optional 50. He's dropping them down. And usually Lesueur, this is not his game, but he's dropping this horse down into the claiming ranks. I think he's trying to get this in. And you look at the last time the Last American Exit ran against Border Town, and you'll see that Border Town beat him. However, he was coming from behind. The thing, Border Town, for everybody at Woodbine, has been a absolute stalwart horse. He's 8 years old now. People love him up there. He's been such a hard-knocking horse. The one thing I don't like is and this has always been since he was a baby, look at his workouts. If you saw him in the morning, you would swear he was a grade 1 sprinter that just could not be beat. He loves the morning.
A 46-second 4 furlong, right?
Right. But even the last 2 of them, they've just been, but he's always been like that. But for some reason, the last 3 races, he just hasn't even shown up at all. And I think finally the 8-year-old in him is maybe showing up where he just doesn't have that punch anymore. Right now, the 3 is 7 years old, so he's not a spring chicken either. But I like this, though. He ran twice against Patches O'Houlihan. What would Patches O'Houlihan be in here? Like 1 to 100? They wouldn't even have show wagering, right? Exactly. So he drops down against Plain Mutune and Armstrong and Souped Up, who are again very solid horses. He drops this horse down. I think that what Abley will do is kind of what Campos did when back in the day when he was having real success, and that's bring him off the pace, just off the pace. And I think that with enough speed up in the front, including the 5, I think the 3 is going to sit in the perfect spot with Abley, and I think he's just going to go right by him. So I was very much like you, my friend. I did not invent the wheel in this race. I was 3, 5, and then you could really put the 1 and the 4, like either third, fourth, like flip them, whatever direction you want. Obviously, if you're playing deep, you could put the 6 in there and hope he gets in a price. But this is one of these races where I just didn't like, to go crazy. So my pick is in.
All right, let me hit the button.
I'm just gonna go 5 to win in place on the 3. I'm just gonna bet him, get our bankroll back up, hopefully over 100. And I think this race is just is his to win. And if you look at the picks on the other people, they're kind of agreeing with me here. But I just think this horse is the way this race sets up, and I just don't think that our friend, as much as I love him as a Border Town, is the same horse that he's been. I think this race just sets up perfectly for the 3. And Frazier has become such a good jockey rating off the pace. But you probably remember back in the Cinnabon days, would bring everything to the lead when he was about everything to lead and try to just have people run him down. Now he's really learned to be a full jockey by rating. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. He can really rate an animal now. And I think this will set up perfectly for him.
You win more races that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
And let's see. And Todd says, I don't like groomers that have holes in their jeans. That is a big handicapping angle to exactly. Dip, duck, dodge, dive, dodge. Anna's got a 136 bats. Mike Casano, how are you doing, sir? Dan's gonna.
Anna's ignoring Border Town there. That is insane. That's going to pay out nicely if you catch it, Anna.
Yeah, Anna, that'd be great. Dan H is going to try to get into the 2 in exotics, 3 win bet, largest bet, and 2-3-2-3-5 exact in try box 2-3-5. I like that, Dan. Bobby D's got a 5-3 with a 2-6-4. Malathot. Look at that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Breeders' Cup wasn't good to everybody. I think, Sean, you had some luck on Saturday, right?
I did, yeah. I had good luck at the end there. Friday, I could not catch a cold. I had one jockey almost fall off, another one take a left out of the starting gate. That's what 2-year-olds can do to you. But Saturday, we had a pretty darn good day.
Yeah. No, good to hear. Good to hear. I know. Yeah. I always get overwhelmed and overthink everything that goes on with Breeders' Cup, especially once you start trying to compare the shippers into the domestic breeds, and it just becomes so overwhelming, and I overthink things. And like with El Hombre on there, looking at my tip sheet with Vinny Blonde on, showing that, hey, your tip sheet really called the superfecta there, and I'm like,
yes, I know. Oh,
but at least I did win that play I had there. I had Sierra Leone. I should have gone stronger on it, and I
know. You had it right on top. Yeah.
I was thinking, hey, we're going to get some sort of long action going on here, and he's going to catch a piece, and that the place and show are going to be of good value. Still ended up getting better than the bet, but could have played a smarter move there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and can we believe this coming into 2025? Sierra Leone coming back. We have Fierceness coming back. Torpedo Anna coming back. The 3-year-old division is not retiring. They're all coming back, which will be great to have
really
those races coming. They're all coming back for 2025, which would be huge for racing because this group is a talented group. So that's going to be a fun Pegasus type, right away.
Right. Hey, Sean, can I get your bet one more time? It was $5 win play show.
Win place on the
3.
right? on the 3. Yeah, a nice 5 to win a place.
Yep. Now. So the official bet is in. I'm going to share that there, and I will update our banner here to take off the 15.
Yep.
And we're going to get this. We're going to get something here, that's for sure.
Todd said, don't sleep on the warp ride. To double up. Mal thought I thought Caesar Gray was going to run a better race there, my friend, but
gosh,
he didn't get out quite. And
I know Ombre was thinking that too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
We all thought Caesar Gray would run a lot better because we've seen him step up in key moments, right? Preakness and Pat Day and not the Whitney. I keep thinking it's the Whitney, but it was something after that.
Yeah.
Someone in the comment section will catch me.
And the Parks Derby, he won. Is that
Parks Derby. That's it. Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I thought he just played in really well for the mile there. I know there was stiff competition, and he just got boxed in.
Yeah.
Right.
And so major kudos to our friends. They might be watching. Sheldon does watch sometimes. To Brittany Russell, Sheldon Russell, and Hillview Farms for post time. Right. An $85,000 purchase. He's now made $1.179 million on there, and he ran one bang up second up there. So we were in
a really deep, impressive race with a who's who of milers. Yeah, it was impressive.
And as I said, I talked to Sheldon after the race. He said, "Thanks, mate." He said he's going to be awfully tough in 2025. So because he just keeps getting better every race. So,
that's cool to hear that Caesar Gray is going to be running in 25 as well.
Yes, he will. Yes, exactly. So all the big ones are. Sherry DeVoe. More than looks. How about that race? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know did you see Jose Ortiz's video?
No.
So they showed him coming. They had the mic on him,
Yeah.
And Sherry, as we know, is not a big cursing fan. But so he's coming down the stretch and he wins. He goes, yeah, F yeah. Way to go, boy! It's so funny. The true passion that comes out,
Yeah. We talked about
funny.
it before. Those two make a really good combo. When he's on Sherry DeVoe horses, it's always like a take notice time. Add that horse to your box. Do whatever you need to do, but don't overlook a horse that Jose Ortiz is on and Sherry DeVoe is trained.
Yeah, and the more that I watched that replay, by the way, I'm still very impressed with the race that what's his name ran from Japan. Even though he came in third, he was closing. He had the worst trip of the three.
Forever Young?
Yeah, he had the worst trip of the three of them and still was coming at the end, closing, I hope they bring him back for one more time because he's going to be interesting.
That horse we saw it in the Derby too. That horse just has no quit in him. Yeah. He was up there with fierceness. He's up there with Sierra Leone, and he did it at the Derby too, and he almost won that. He just
taking this off quickly.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, but exactly.
Such an entertaining horse to watch, and a horse that just has win in him all the time. The only time he doesn't win is when he races here. But then,
exactly. But I would love to see him back again because if he gets a good post in the middle, it'll happen. Rail.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll get the sound on here for everybody.
Just a second there, Sean.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody. Oh, let me bring the race up here for us. Oops. Over here. Where are we going? Add the stage. Hmm. Okay. Now let me get the screen back up here. Sorry. That was we can hear it, but let me get it back
Hey,
here.
Sean, I'm going to drop off for a bit there. Sorry, I was muted.
Okay, yeah, no
I'll let
worries. Yep, yep.
guide this one into victory.
Yep,
Hopefully, you get joined by someone
yep.
a little bit
There
later
we
here.
go. No problem. Yep. There we go. There we go, folks.
On their way. Very good start for Where Is Essa from the outside. Last American Exit coming through in the center, and on the inside of them is Warp Ride. And Warp Ride and Last American Exit go out in front. A neck between them. A length away third. Where Is Essa? Border Town is deeper on the track. On the inside is top of the charts and Quite Ready in the center. Showing up in front narrowly. Last American Exit the outside of Warp Ride. A length to Border Town, and back in fourth is Where Is Essa? Top of the charts is over on the inside and nudging through in the center, Quite Ready. They swing off the turn to the 3/8, and Warp Ride has been saving and comes up again to share it with Last American Exit. And 3 wide behind them, Border Town pressing on the pair. A length and a half away, top of the charts coming clear of Quite Ready, and last is Where Is Essa? Turning at the quarter, Warp Ride sticking on the inside. Border Town ranges up. Last American Exit dip behind and up the inside, top of the charts with plenty of room, but Border Town goes to the front. Border Town the leader. Last American Exit fighting on again and Quite Ready down the outside. Border Town slipping away from them. Border Town a couple in front, and down the outside, Quite Ready is charging. Quite Ready coming with a rush down the extreme outside. Border Town comes to the wider win. Border Town a neck to Quite Ready. 3 away, Last American Exit, followed by Warp Ride, top of the charts, and Where Is Essa? 1:9:53.
Wow. So that was Quite Ready, Border Town, and Last American Exit. So if you let's see who had the 5, 4, 3 there. The old boy Border Town getting it done at 8-5. Now, here's where this is where sometimes you just shake your head. Okay? This was supposed to the way the 5 ran is the way the 3 should have run.
Quite Ready. Third is
But
3,
Avery decided to bring the 3 to the lead
Warp Ride, 5,
versus the
4,
1
3, 1.
and didn't, which made really no sense and really took Last American Exit out of his game, which let Saheen just sit right back with the 5 and just absolutely pounce on them. I thought for sure that was going to be the way that was going to. I was expecting the 3 to be the one that would run them all down, but instead Frazier went to the lead, and as soon as I saw him battling out with the 5, Saheen was just licking his chops in the back and just absolutely passed him, and Last American Exit had absolutely nothing left in the tank after going out ridiculously with the 1. So that was not the way I expected that. But that's why they call horse racing, which is great, Exactly. You think one thing, another happens. 109, not a bad time at all, but Saheen must have been licking his chops when he saw the 3 go out with the 1 like that. He was no way he was going to hold on it. But let's see. I didn't have it, but let's see if someone else did. Dick had a 1-3-5. Oh, close, man. 5-4-3-1. Maybe they'll take the 4 down for you. Mike loved the 1 and the 6. He said, Todd said, don't sleep on Warp Ride. Bobby D had the 5-3 with the 2-6-4. That is a winner, sir. Nice job, Bobby D. Love that. Love that. Dan H was trying to get the 2 in the exotics. Unfortunately, he didn't run that well. Anna had a 1-3-6 exacta box there.
Beautiful win by Border Town for the barn of Marty Drexler, and the winning rider is Saheen Savachi for A. Bianca Holdings Limited, and a very successful horse over the years, Border Town, and at 8 years of age, that is win number 9 by Warfront from this.
Marty Drexler gets the win at 3-2. But that's one of those races where that's why they call it. That's why they run the race on the track, not on paper. Because when you saw all that speed and Last American Exit, when he ran against Border Town last time, came from behind. So, but tonight he decided to bring him out to the lead. And when you're running those fractions with a classy veteran behind you, you are up the creek without a paddle. So that's okay. So what was that? So what did he put? He put did he put 5 across? I had 5 win place actually. So we're gonna change that a little bit. That was 5 to win a place, not 5 across. Because in a field like that, to bet show is not a great thing because you really don't make money that way. So it's actually 5 to win the place. So we did lose $10 there. But generally is my thing. If there's a 6-horse field, I just bet win and place. Usually, you guys know I'm legendary for betting across on good value horses, but but in a race like that, to bet show in a 6-horse field is with 2 legitimate favorites is just not a profitable ask by any means. But Bobby, great job. 27-10, nice exacta, my friend. And so we'll have to update the ticker here, my friends. But so we'll get that going here. We'll edit that up for us here. Let me see here. Yes, the current bankroll is $78. We lost 10 there. There we go. Show that ticker. There we go. So we're only down 22 after it, but we will get right back in that winning mode. Great hit, Bobby. Great hit. And that's one of those races too where, see, here's the replay right here. I did not expect Last American Exit to be battling with Warp Ride. I expected either the 2 or the 4 to be out there with the 1, not the 3. And look at Sahin just sitting, licking his chops like a gorgeous steak made at the Capitol Grill. Because he's like, look at this. He's going way too fast with this 1. Sahin just glides right up and says, folks, I'll bid you a nice adieu. The 4 does well to get second, but you knew the 3 was absolutely toast. He tries to bring the 3 back, and his class kind of brings him back for a couple of strides, but there was no way he was coming back to get up with those leaders because the sting had been taken out. So that's why this horse racing was great. So, all right. So we're just going to swap right to the 6th race here, folks. And there's where we're gonna win back our money here. You guys let us know who you like here. Most importantly, exactly the 6.5 furlongs, claiming 7,500 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, 3-year-olds. And let me go to the thing here just so I do not. When we get to that next race, so it does not come off on us here, which is great. Okay, let's see here. All right, bring that right back up for us. Okay, now we're ready. And the 3 has been scratched. Norma No said, no, I'm not running tonight. And the 3 was claimed by Jim Ensign in that race. So we're back here with 20 minutes to go. Colin Sheen in the house. What's up, my man? Hope all is well. Yeah, Bobby was the only one. Good job. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. So we're doing good here. Yeah. So we'll look at this race with 19 minutes to go. Call and let us know if you looked and liked anybody. And we got a full field of 8 here with the 3 scratched. And this is an interesting race here. I'm going to give out a couple of horses here. The 6th, Lois Len. This horse dropping from the 10 to the 7,500. Sahin gets aboard for the first time. And these guys have been 40% together. Sahin and Michael Mattini. Doesn't ride for him much, but when he does, boy, is this horse does this combination click. He's been running against much better in the 15s and the 10s and the And Saheen, this is the type of night where Saheen could have a nice night. So I think Lois Land is my top choice here. I'm going for a little bit of an upset in the middle. Cephalo, for all those people who have followed Woodbine for a while. When it gets cold, this horse is really good. He's always winning in like the first week of April when they open up, and he's always strong at the end. So I think this horse kind of likes the cold weather. And last time, did he wake up big time at 32-1, coming out of nowhere, beating Bridge of Nowhere. So you always have to watch out for him in the middle. And the 4, Frankie's Girl, who will definitely be closing from this group, ran a great second last time in 7,500. So my picks in this race were 6, followed by the 5 for a little upset, and the 4, and for a 4th horse, I used Creative Performance on the outside as a bomb shot, but I don't think he's great for the top. So this will be a very interesting race indeed. And let us know who you guys like. Some people may like the 7, who's at 9-2, Rafael Hernandez, Norm McKnight. And this duo is always a strong combination together. I just don't like the way this horse is running, in terms of the form. It came in second at 2,500 in July, and now it's running 50, and it just hasn't lifted a step. But that was on the turf, so he is coming back to the main track, and could be a definite factor here for sure at this level of 7,500. So the 6 cannot be thrown out. And Benny Betts likes the 4-6. JG Funk, how are you? Likes the 6-1 exacta box. Todd says there should be a race dedicated to Bobby D. BDs make senseless exactas. There you go. Well, hey, they're called winning exactas. That's what they're called, winning exactas, because he just won. And he was the only one of us who won. So congratulations to Bobby. There's Bridge to Nowhere, Edwin Flores, John Coriat. And again, the bankroll's at $78. Exactly. So thank you to everybody who has joined tonight. I know we were having trouble with the Twitter. I don't know if that was corrected or not. So some of our Twitter friends may not be able to join us tonight, but thank you to everybody who is in here. We love you guys as always. Looks to be a little cold up there. A lot of people wearing their winter finest there. There's Ian Black there on the right. A great trainer up there for many years. And JG Funk against 6-1 exacta box. That will be a nice one. Benny Betts has the exacta box 4-6. Very solid play. He's waiting for his next masterpiece. Love it. Love it, Todd. Yes, sir. So, yeah, in this field, this is an interesting field. I can go over all the horses just quickly because I'm by myself. Bridge to Nowhere, dropping down, ran a big race last time with Esmond Flores, losing to Cephalo. That race was 22-46, so they were really flying up on the front. That was a much warmer night, so I don't know if the closers will be as good as they were that night for both Cephalo and Frankie's Girl and Bridge to Nowhere. Definitely Lois Lynn. Be interesting to see if Saheen takes the 6 out to the lead tonight, considering there's not a lot of speed in this race now. So it'll be interesting to see where Saheen has the 6th position, because the 1 will be coming, the 5 will be coming from the back, the 4 will be coming from the back, but who in fact will be? Old Secrets comes flying from the back. We have a lot of cool, and the 3 scratched. And then you have the 7, who had some early speed, maybe dropping down, may try to go out a little bit earlier, has That's been a mile 16. I mean, there's no speed in this race other than and the 9. I mean, the 9 at 18-1. If the 9 guns it, he might actually stay in the trifecta because there's not much speed in this race at all. So it'll be interesting to see if Sahin brings this Lois Len out towards the lead. So, but exactly. So we have 13 minutes. Love to have everybody in here with us as always. And let us know which race was your favorite of the Breeders' Cup. Did you have a personal favorite? The Classic, the Turf, the Fillies and Mares, Torpedo Anna, the hat I'm wearing right now. How impressive was she? Great to see her win. What a great story she's been for everybody. Let us know, what was your favorite Breeders' Cup race of all the Breeders' Cup races? Could be even a race on the undercard if you like that, for sure. Great day. What they do? $179 million for the 2 days handle. Is that amazing? Kudos to the Breeders' Cup for 2 days of amazing races. And you can tell it is windy up at Woodbine tonight. They're saddling Royal Blush out on the outside. Man, look at those trees blowing. Everybody's in their winter finest up there already. Here's English Biscuit. You'd think he'd be owned by Adam Bashiza because that's his nickname, the English Biscuit. Not many fans out tonight on the cold weather, that is for sure. They're probably inside, warm, upstairs, getting some. But that paddock right there, folks, if you have not been to Woodbine, what a beautiful, beautiful paddock. You can stand right next to it. It's got a nice padded rail that you can kind of rest on. A very, very, it's a beautiful paddock area. If you haven't been to Woodbine, please go. You will, some of the nicest people you will meet, lovely people, great facility, great track. One of my favorites. Bobby D has got an exacta 4.6 with 5.13. Yeah, Kings Play Jersey raffle going on there even. There we go. So the horses are all coming out into the track. So this is where you kind of do some research here and say, who do you like in this race? Who can be the and again, this is to me, I know we've had some great success the past couple of weeks. What you try to do is try to get kind of what the track is giving you. What is the track giving you in terms of what the races are, what the fractions are, what the speed are. Is the speed holding? Is it not holding? As the horses are coming down the track here, down the hill, and as they go back up the hill and onto the track. Bobby D is 4.6 with 5.12. Okay, so he's 5.12, Bobby. Joe T's got exact 6 with the 1.457. Like it.
Okay, I'm back.
There he is. He's back.
We'll see for how long.
There
Okay. Oh, come
we go. Yeah. So we're coming down the hill here. Did you want my picks again, my friend, or did you?
Yeah, you know what? Let's see. I'm trying to fix our Twitter situation.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no worries. No. Yeah, you focus on that.
I'm good.
Okay.
So, okay. So let me back it up a skosh here. And I'll have to update our.
It's updated. We actually only did. I actually updated it.
Okay. Oh, you did? Oh, it says 78.
Yeah, we actually only did win and place. We only did win and place.
I thought you got show in there.
No. We just did win and place. So,
okay. So you updated it and took the other 5.
I did. Yep. The 78. Yep.
Which is about the same as if we played show anyway.
Yep, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
Sean, hit me
So,
with your pick
sure.
here.
So, okay. So this is a fascinating race because
For
first
sure.
time I looked at it, I said, okay, where is the speed coming from? Okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone's kind of got the same idea. Lois Len has been facing better, and Saheen jumps on. These two, Mateen and Saheen, when they're together, 40% together. I mean, he doesn't ride for much, but when he does, and Stacy Van Camp, the owner, is a huge fan of Saheen. I know that. So to have on their horse is a very big thing. It'll be interesting to see where Saheen has this horse because he has run on the lead before, and there's not
Right.
a lot of pace. If you look at the one will be coming flying from the back. The four will be flying from the back.
Yes, agreed.
Savalo can run on the front, but came from the back last time. So, but he could be right up there as it's going in. Everybody else in this field really has no speed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I thought even like the nine, if like the nine even showed a remote speed, might actually hang on to this group. But I didn't as a bomb shot. But my pick was the 6, Lois Len first, Safalo, who if anyone follows Woodbine, this horse wins in cold. He always wins the first week at Woodbine that they open, and always some of the last weeks that they run. So he seems to be a cold horse, and obviously the board at 9-2 is showing that he is right there. And then Frankie's Girl, rounding out the trifecta. There obviously people like in the 7 as well. Royal Blush. I just don't like. To me, there's droppers, but that was on the turf. So now he's going back onto the dirt where he's running competitive races. So he's going to be right there with this field. So I think this is a very challenging race. So I had a 6, 5, a 7, and then 4.
Oh, you did have 7 before 4. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 6, 5, 7, 4.
Yeah. I didn't jump into an easy one. That's for sure.
No.
I had it 4, 6, 7. I do see this as a speed race for the 5. I see the 5 as having the most speed. I do have it for the distance. If we look at the same distance, I do have the 6 as being a pace setter. And then I got a couple horses here, including the 9, who, Creative Performance, who have won going gate to wire twice in the past 10. So that's kind of interesting, even though my ratings for all these horses in their last race and the last 3, other than the 5, show as being like 2 to 3 tiers off, like lengths behind for the most part. So that's why I'm seeing like the 5 is really my only one here. Got some class droppers as we talked about. The 4, the 7 definitely coming off a class drop. Wow, this is a very curious race. Okay. Yeah. So that's where I go in order 4, 6, 7, and then I'm gonna squeeze in the 5 most likely.
Yeah.
So what is the play here? I do think it's those 4 horses.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting a whole lot of value here.
No, but there's still but up at Woodbine, which is nice if you can beat a couple of the, you never know.
Yeah.
Those exactas can look at the exacta pace. They're still paying really nicely.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it simple here.
Yeah.
So try key box.
David Barista, how are you?
4 with 5, 6, 7. And we'll do it for 50 cents.
Wonderful.
So it's going to be $9 total.
Yeah.
And let's see, the pick. The pick is in. Let me hit the button on the pick. I got to get back to the pick. Yeah, so we're doing a trifecta key box here. We're doing a trifecta key box here for 50 cents. It's going to It's going to cost us $9 total. I'll take that out of the kitty. We are keying the 4. The 4 can fall into 1, 2, or 3. So we're making sure we get that 4 to 1 value in there somewhere. After that, it can fall into 5, 6, or 7. So we're getting out of the big prices here and just really hoping that we get the right combination to get some sort of solid return here. Like Sean said, if we start going through, by the way, 6 here, if we look at 4, the exact that pays on a $1 exact are 28 for 5, 15 for the 6, and 21 for the 7. So if we add another one of those horses on top of that, we get some sort of return here if this thing does in fact pay out, and could get us back in the positive. Let me take that $9 out and wish ourselves some luck here, and let's see what everyone else has got going on here. T's got some work cut out for him. He likes the 8 a lot. He's getting 18 to 1 on that 8 win play show there. And he's also doing a 6, 7, 8, 9 box and a 7, 8 with 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. So he's looking in a different direction than us. He's looking for enormous value here if he pulls together the 8 and the 9 into that play.
Yep.
Todd, he's been talking about the 7. You may have covered some of these already. Mike quit in 4 weeks. Yes, we're just talking about that. 4 weeks. It'd be fun. My mic isn't working right again.
Yeah, it goes in. It goes in and out.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, now you're good. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to direction myself properly.
But I think this is a very solid play.
Yeah, my problem lately has not been picking the right horses. It's picking the right key.
Order, right? Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's happened to me at Breeders, and then it happened to me right before Breeders doing Woodbine, where I missed out on $150 payout last week. So hopefully we did it right here.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be getting 150 back on this one, but.
And David Barista, how are you, my friend? What's up, guys? Hope you had a great Breeders' Cup weekend. Sean, I saw you on the leaderboard for the betting challenge. Which betting challenge is that, my friend? Let me know. Todd thought he was losing his hearing for a minute and was almost ready to call his doctor. Mike Whitman's got exact key box, $1 4 with 5, 6, 7. Dan H has got the 7 to win in place and the 4, 7 with the 4, 6, 7.
All right. All this love for the 7 makes me think I keyed the wrong horse here and keying the 4, but we'll see what happens.
Exactly. Frankie's girl. My dad's named Frank, so
There we go.
He's probably betting it for my mom. Exactly. Anna likes the 9 win in place. Yeah, this is a tough group, Anna. Exactly. I'm going to take this off for 1 second here. So I get the sound up for us. Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody here on this. It's an interesting race for sure. Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree, Dan. This is a tough one to call here. It definitely feels very even, speed wise.
If you were playing like pick 3, this could be a good race to just wheel. I mean, it's just all just say if you had really 2 strong picks on either end, and that you could even done that with Border Town if you really like Border Town, or like you could done single by and then wheeled it, and then if you like a single in the next race,
For sure. Yeah, you look at some of these horses too, like got some good closers in here. I don't know how that's going to play out at 6.5 furlongs, but like the 1, the 2, and the 4 at 6.5 are showing as being pretty strong closers here.
Yeah, James White's got all with 4, 5, 7 with 2, 9.
Hoping that price on top.
Yeah, there you go.
Anna's also playing the 5, 6, 9.
Creative Performance moves in, and this field is all in. Locked up. Off they run, and a very good start. English Biscuit pinged well, going to the front. Lois Len from Cephalo, and racing up towards the lead in the centre. Lois Len and Creative Performance deep on the track to contest it with Cephalo, 3 abreast. 2 to English Biscuit, and around the outside, Royal Blush. Over on the rails, just off the leaders, Bridge to Nowhere. Getting in behind them, a fair way off the lead, about 5 back from the front runners, Frankie's Girl and Old Secrets. Trying to sort themselves out. Cephalo in front, pressed by Lois Len, racing up on the outside, Creative Performance, and coming up the rail into 4th, Bridge to Nowhere, 2 behind, then Royal Blush. Dipping behind is English Biscuit, Old Secrets making ground. And at the rear is Frankie's Girl. Down to the 3/8 they race, and on the outside it is Lois Len, and is narrowly getting away on the rail, Cephalo, and now Lois Len's got a length and a half, getting clear. Running home is Royal Blush. Over on the inside, angling to run is Bridge to Nowhere from Old Secrets, and off the track, Frankie's Girl. Lois Len out by 2 lengths as they turn. Cephalo in second with Royal Blush, and going further ahead. Lois Len plowing clear by 5. Right off the track, starting to wind up Bridge to Nowhere, and Old Secrets up the inside, starting to be hurried along in front, but still well clear. Lois Len. Lois Len about 4. Coming on is Old Secrets, but down to the wire. And Lois Len and Sahin Savachi, a dominant winner by 4 lengths. Old Secret second, a similar margin of third is Bridge to Nowhere. And then Royal Blush from either English Biscuit or Frankie's Girl. The time
that race completely fell apart.
Yeah, that did not go well for me.
Again, we're having horses that you would kind of think would be sitting off, going for the lead. Very much like, I knew Sahin would take the 6 out to the lead, and that's exactly what he did, because he was the best horse. But the Cephalo, I did not expect him to be up battling with him for the lead, and he just the tank was empty.
Cephalo, I expected Cephalo to be on the lead. I didn't expect the horse to fade as much as it did, though.
Yeah, no, exactly, not at all.
And then the 2 and the 1, like some of these horses were way closer to the pace than I expected, and I think that worked out well for the 2 here, obviously.
Into the turn. First,
I thought the 4 was going to be way closer to the pace than the 2 would be.
Third, 1 Bridge to Nowhere. 4th was 7 Royal Blush.
I knew it'd be far back, but I didn't think it'd be that far.
The 3rd place finisher, number 1 Bridge to Nowhere, and the unplaced 9 Creative Performance.
he may have
46 flat and 3/4 110 and 1 1:16.77 the final time.
There's an inquiry on the 1. The 1 may have definitely hit the 9.
Yeah.
Which does not help us, but but he definitely did seem to kind of go towards that horse, which is interesting.
Yeah, and in looking at this race, we both were wondering where the speed would come from. You correctly said it would come from the 6. I said it would come from the 5. I think they were both up there pretty early on. But just looking at it, I didn't think that this was going to be a closer's race. And for Lois Len, no, it wasn't. But the 1 and the 2 definitely were passing the rest of the pack there.
No doubt. That was an impressive race by the 2. I did not have Old Secrets there. The old 7-year-old there.
Yeah.
This is the exact showing how it's done there, for sure. There's Sahin. Sahin could have a big night tonight. Sahin has been by far the best rider all year. He has just had an absolutely remarkable year.
Continues to add wins. This is a 3rd for the current season and a 6th lifetime.
I think he's like 30-something, 40-something up.
5-year-old mare who's by Hunter's Bay.
Yeah, you keep hearing his name. That's for sure.
Was bred by Adina Springs in Ontario. Stacey Van Camp winning owner, Mike Mattini winning trainer, and a race-to-race double.
Our good friend Leroy Trotman, who we love, and sometimes he actually watches the show, which is great. We so appreciate it. Leroy, if you're watching now,
sure.
He's been an agent up there for over 35 years, right? His two riders are Patrick Husbands and Sahin Savachi. So not a bad duo.
Not too shabby, as we say. Yeah. That'll do it.
A couple of winners there between the 2 of them. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, there's an inquiry.
I agree, JG. It's more frustrating to lose when your exacta picks are first and third. I know nothing worse.
And there's so many times. Yeah.
Let's see. Does the 1 bother the 9 here? Let's say that.
And that's when you start going into trifectas or doing exacta
exactly.
boxes with 3 horses, right? Start trying to think, okay, how can I break this down for next time?
And the 1 may have hit right across in the 9. So hold all tickets, folks.
Oh, no kidding.
It's often tough on the turns. I was saying this earlier, Formula, and I think you would agree. With all the modern technology that we have, the fact that we can't get a camera that goes around the turns to actually see what's going on there, because so many inquiries involved around the far turn, and they can never quite prove unless it's really, really obvious, Yeah. I would love them to have more of a technology thing there. We can show it more accurately.
Technology and horse racing. You only see that at the major parks, though.
Right? Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's nothing against Woodbine,
but even the major parks don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Even the major parks, right?
It's like, I would love to see that where you could, don't worry, Anna. It's all we need. Remember, Anna, horse racing is kind of like baseball. Okay. The guys that bat 300 get 20, 30, 40 million dollars a year, and they're out 70% of the time. So think of that. They get out 70% of the time, but still make 20, 30, 40 million dollars a year to be out 70% of the time. All you need
home
is
run
that
hitters
one.
might be out 80% of the time too, right? The home run
hitters.
Hitting 200, but they got 30 dingers and 80 RBIs.
Mike Whitten tells us that the Turfway has the technology because they are Turfway. Exactly. And they are just better than everybody.
That sounds dubious to me, but I'll go along with it.
Mike himself installed the camera for them, just to make sure that they had the proper.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get this going at Turfway. So it's still not official yet, right?
Still not official yet.
Still hold all tickets. Unofficial results. Okay, there we go. And that'll really only impact trifectas, right? We're talking about an inquiry on the 1.
No. And looks like there was no change.
Yeah.
It is off and there's no change.
Okay.
The results are official. So because again, on that turn, you can't see, what's the like with absolute proof what's going on. And so many races are lost there.
There we go. Yeah.
There you go, Mike. That's just from Trusty though. So that's okay, Mike. People down there, they know where it came from.
Some trusty DNA probably got in the way of some of the technology.
Exactly, no doubt. Yep.
So did we do the BCBC? I did not. That's for sure.
No,
I didn't do because I did not get enough right to warrant doing something like that. One of these days that would be fun though.
Yes. Now, David, my friend Jackie from Massachusetts, I am so proud of her. She did the BCBC, had never done a contest in her life, and she finished 34th out of 329 and got $23,400.
Wow.
So God bless her. Her first Jackie did Massachusetts proud there with a very nice performance in the.
That is a nice little payout there.
Exactly. So God bless her. Great lady. So we're very happy for her. That was great. So we move on to race number 7. And this is an interesting race. This is 6 furlongs claiming 25,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. So you look at this race here, and this is usually where Tim would be his usual non-winners of 2,
Yeah.
to see which horse is run at their best level.
Yeah, if I were Tim,
Yeah,
and I was going to be using his best wins,
yeah.
I would probably look the way of the 3,
Mm-hmm.
who's giving you pretty good value here. He's dropped from 10 to 1 to 5 to 1. But I would also look at the 6 as well. It would be 3, 6, and 2. Like in terms of the value of the races, I have the 3, but I have the 3 running the best race of the 5, 2, and 3, and then the
Yeah,
6 won a lower class race, but I have it as being a better win, probably because of lengths of victory or something to that effect.
yeah. And did we? I don't think did anyone have that last one? I don't think anyone had. Let me see.
Oh, in
Bobby
the
might.
comment section, yeah.
Bobby might have had. Let me see here. 6-1. Look at this, folks.
Mm.
Bobby D is on fire. Look at this.
Nice
Okay,
work, Bobby D.
4-5-4-6 with 5-1-2. Bobby
Nice
D
work.
is just he's already got the Woodbine on the $77. He's already cleaning house. Fabulous job, Bobby. Great job, my friend.
Yeah, that is a nice win.
That is a real nice win.
And by the way, this is a really nice betting race here. We've got 8 horses, and currently the favorite is 4 to 1. And I've seen it go between like 7 to 2, 3 to 1, like a very even value. So no matter what we bet, I feel like we're going to be getting
Yeah, look at
something.
this: 6-1, 6-1, 5-1, 4-1, 8-1, 4-1, 9-1, 5-1.
The worst is 9 to 1. The best is
Yeah,
4 to 1 in terms of,
yeah,
low odds, high odds.
yeah. Oh, my friend Michelle
Very.
Love claimed Lois Lynn. Oh, there you go. Love it. That's great. And now see, and this is what you're going to see almost every race formula. You're going to see claims out of like every one of these races because we're down to the last month. You know what I'm saying? And people are just trying to claim horses, or even what happens is like you'll see Norm McKnight jump in for a lot of horses, and then he'll bring them all with him to Oaklawn.
Yeah. Interesting.
So exactly. So he'll try to get some droppers at value prices and then try to run them back at Oaklawn in So
How does that work then for a horse to be running on Tapeta, to be running on this artificial surface, and then go down to a place like Oak Lawn that is
on
dirt?
dirt? Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
what's your opinion on that?
A lot of it, Norm is a studier of the game. You know what I'm saying? And he really is claiming horses that have dirt pedigrees. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? So if it's a tap of the horse, he'll probably ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But if he sees
Yeah.
a good dirt pedigree, that maybe, and he'll go after it and then bring it
Okay.
right down there to where they can succeed. And Norm's had success doing that over the years too.
Okay.
What's his name? Steve Cherkop at one point at Penn National, when he brought down his horses to Penn National, he was 8 of his first 12. So so
Not too shabby.
it's
Yeah.
not too shabby, exactly.
Like
So
those numbers.
yeah, exactly. That'll get your barn some modes,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let me
So
start talking through this
yeah, go
race
ahead. Yep.
here, since this is your race.
Mm-hmm.
The horse that jumps off the page to me right now,
Yeah.
I'm going to say the 4. Only one race under the 4's belt,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a win. Good
Mm-hmm.
speed figures across the board. Showed a very good close. Sits a couple tiers off the pace. Was running that race at, let's see, was it a maiden optional claimer? I'm looking for the distance here. That race 6 furlongs, so not exactly bumping up here. Now, because we don't have a whole lot of data, this one does squeak past on me, right? So
Yep. Yep.
this might be the best horse, but with one data point, it's really hard to say. Morning line said 5 to 2, and it's currently 4 to 1. So there's probably something to it. I also have it grading out as being the top jockey trainer sire combo. Yeah. So this is the top horse for me. If I keep looking around, if I keep shopping for another price here, the 6 jumps out to me as being the horse that's most likely to be setting the pace.
Yeah.
Got it as my number 2. I do have it as a bit of a fade, but this horse has also finished in the money 4 out of 8 times. Pretty comparable in terms of class it's been racing in. 50K is this race. Got him averaging out at 52K over the last 5. And then got a couple horses in here that I think are going to be pretty close to the pace. I'm hoping don't drop off too much. I'm going to shoot across to the 8. And no, you know what? I'm going to go 8 and 2 instead of 8 and 1. I'm going to go 8 and 2. So the 8, got him as having the second best last race. The best last race I have is being the 4, who I already talked about. So the 8 is going to be sitting just off the pace. Might have a little bit of a close. Shouldn't fade too much. Improved from the last time out between the last 2 races. So I do like the 8 here off the improvement. And I am going to shoot over to the 2. We talked about race value. This horse did win one of the bigger 3 races here. Sits 2 to 3 tiers off. Been running in higher class races than most of the other horses. Took a while to break his maiden, or her maiden. Are we talking females here? We're talking fillies?
Yeah.
Her maiden. Yeah. I always do that. Took a while to break her maiden, but it's been running pretty good speed figures and running in pretty high class. Went through 3 maiden specials, 111K each, and then ran through a bunch of 60K races, dropping down to 50K now. Whew, there you go. So if I'm going to go in order there, if I could wrap that all up for you, 4, 6, 8, and 2.
Love it. There you go. Love it. Yeah, this is a wide open.
Yeah.
Look at this: 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 5 to 1, 4 to 1, 8 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1. Does it get better than that when your favorite right now is 4 to 1 with 11 minutes to go?
If we find the right angle on this, it's going to pay off nicely.
Oh, yes.
Joe T, absolutely. National Treasure is now retired. I guess that shouldn't become too much of a surprise.
No,
National
considering he didn't even work out. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it does help when you enter a horse that you actually work the horse out before you enter it. And
yeah.
that was kind of a giveaway.
Yeah. National Treasure horse. I've never been high on National Treasure in any race. Yeah. For whatever reason, I guess maybe I'm looking at it through like the Baffert lens of I expect this horse to blitz the field every single time. And I never saw that from National Treasure. Every once in a while, the pace would set up just right for him to take over and go gate to wire. But I never saw it happen enough to put like all this faith in the horse like you would for an Authentic, for example.
Right.
And I just always was against National Treasure in most races I saw him in. I saw the flaws and I could barely get past that enough to make any sort of decision to say, okay, this is the horse for the race.
Yeah.
Met Mile was nice. Yeah, for sure. The horse had his successes. Preakness, right?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, exactly. You okay, my friend? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So the clock report says Iron Pyrite worked with Julie's Mist. This filly retained good form the last 4 starts, hoping the trend continues for the win. One thing is I always say, I've always said this to people, okay? Just because you, especially in November and early December, you go with the horses that have the good form. You're so tempted to say, oh, this horse is only 15 and this is 23. You're dropping down therefore the horse is better. Go for the horses that have the form. You know what I'm saying? And especially in the night, there's not that much of a difference between the 15s and 23s. Now, if this is July and you have a 15 jumping up to 23, probably they're not going to run. You know what I'm saying? But in the winter, you go for the form over what, you know what I'm saying? So the 8, even though he's running in, quote, cheaper races, look what he did. He jumped right up to the 23 level and almost stole it. You know what I'm saying? He's right there. to the end, because it's the form that you're working on, not the price sometimes, especially in the winter. So
interesting. All right, so with 8 minutes to post in race 7, do you want to give us a glimpse into what you think of the field here, Sean?
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I'm very much like that board says right there. Exactly.
It's not far off of what I said.
No, you're right. You're right there. Exactly. I mean, this 8 fascinated me because he's run 4 really good, strong races in a row, where his buyer figures just keep improving. And again, going off at 7-1 versus the 23.5 at 6.5 furlongs, was right there. Just missed to Super Sicily, who's a hard knocking 23.5 claimer. Goes back down to 6 furlongs. This horse has just been running in very good form, which you love to see. Gets Gaskin aboard, who just lost his bug. So there's no more bugs except for our boy Austin Adams. He's the only bug left up there now, because everyone else has lost their bug. But yeah, exactly. And then so that 8 is going to be right in this field. We have the 4 Speedy Freeze, who, as you said, won very impressively first time with Kazushi. Gets Raphael tonight, which is not a bad thing at all.
Not at all.
This trainer, Jim Ensign, is fabulous. Just won the last. This trainer is fabulous, winning after a win. Great in sprints, great in synthetic, great in the claiming game is his game. So, and that's TEC Racing, one of the big owners up there in Canada. So I think he's put this horse in the right spot in 23, because that everyone looks at the 49.2 number, but what you have to look at is the 25-23 claiming, which is where he came very flying down the stretch, and I think he will be right in this race. So I was very much like you, my friend. I was 4, 6, 8, or 8, or I really can't. I couldn't. I put the 4 on top, but I have the 8 in second and the 6 in third, and anybody who could put, you know what I'm saying. And when you look at these exactas, which is interesting, the way they're paying right now.
Yeah, I haven't checked them out yet. I'm going to it now.
I mean, this is. I mean, some very good value on the exactas right now.
Yeah, if you like, let's take the 4 for example. You start going down the 4. If you pair it up with the 2, it's 23. Pair it up with the 6, it's 14. The 8, it's 12. You look at the 8, pair it up with the 2, 32. The 4, 13. The 6, 20. So you're getting some good payouts if you get the right combination, no matter what you do, and that's on a $1 bet.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to do, let me think here. What am I going to do here? It's interesting. This is a fascinating race to me, because there's a couple of horses in here where, even if, if Red Mood and the 1 got,
Yeah, you could see it, right?
Yeah, Genius of Love went up and faced much, much tougher, like Miss C and Prima, but had won the race before with Cheyenne Kerr. So this is a real interesting. I mean, this is why Woodbine is Woodbine. I mean, look at this: 6-1, 6-1, 6-1, 7-2, 11-1, 7-2, and 4-1. I mean, come on.
So close. Yeah.
I mean, you could see 18 scenarios here of what's going on here.
Yeah, there's 8 horses, and none of them are one of them's now 3-1. None of them are below 3-1. Let me put it that way.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and Jim Empson, and what are we at right now? We're at $69.
We're at $69. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see if I can try to spruce that up a little bit. I'm going to check here right now. 22. Okay. Okay. This is okay. This Jim, Rafi riding for Jim. And Jim, when he rides for Jim, it's usually a very good thing. He doesn't usually ride him much. This horse, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have some money going into the last race. Hit that button.
All right, I'm gonna find it first, and then I'm gonna hit the button.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do a simple $2 exacta for all.
All right, 4 on top.
Yep. Because I cannot decide for who I think is going to be second in this race. And I think Rafi's got a good one here. KK's gone back to the west.
And what does that cost at $2?
$14.
What's the total?
We have $14.
Oh, 14. Sorry, got it.
Yep, $14.
All right,
yep.
I'm just punching it in now. There's the official Trust the Profits bet. We'll take $14 off. Yep. Let's get ourselves a win here.
That's exactly. We're
a little bit dry.
No, I know exactly. This is, and people are seeing this right now, folks. Look at the board. Look at the board where, I mean, this is why Woodbine in November is one of the hardest. Becomes like a turf win. Yeah. It's one of the hardest.
Oh yeah.
Let me remove this for a second so I can get the sound. But that's the way really Woodbine it becomes such a tough, Yeah. Exactly. So,
and it doesn't look tough like Turfway looks tough, but
no, right.
I look at my numbers, the formulas that help compute the win, and I definitely see that Woodbine is a challenge just to find the winner. Right, the percentages of finding the winner versus some of these other tracks, it's lower. Like even like Aqueduct, I have a better chance of finding the winner there than I do at Woodbine in some of these races. Combinations might be a little bit better, but yeah.
Sure. Marv Levy Marv B going heavy on a late double 8 with 7-9. Good luck. Bobby Jackson 6 with 8-1 exact try key.
Right.
James White has got 3-5 with all. So we're all over the board. Anna's got a 4-6-8 box. Good luck, Anna.
All right.
James White 3-5 exacta box 3-5 try 3-5 with all with 3-5. JG Funk 8-2-6 exacta box. Look at this. See, this is the perfect example. This is why Woodbine is so good what they are. Look at that. Everybody's all over the board right now.
So over the board. I mean, look at James White punching in a 3-5 all daily double, right? Like we don't even have those two horse spots.
No,
we've got the all. But
number 6.
You go to the next person, they've got the 6 and the 8, the 6 and the 2, 8, 7, 9. Like there's no agreement at all. You're right.
No, none.
Sahin coming off of back-to-back wins, looking for a third in a row. Moving up is Red Mood.
Like Witten's got a similar idea to you.
Draws alongside.
4, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
At the 6 furlongs, it is the turn of
just leaving out the 7.
Wildfire. Juan Crawford looks for a double.
Bob, you are 100% correct. We are all over the place on this one,
6-1,
which is why I really like Sean's bet here. If you have one horse that you dig and you think that this is the horse to win,
go with it.
Just take a chance on everything else below and hope that you catch a price. And it's worked in the past.
Just on time, moves up. Rocket Riley further out. The last along is Iron Pyrite. To gate number 8.
And Dan really likes the 1. I haven't heard so much talk about the 1, but he's got it to win, play, show.
Good start out
an
wide for Iron Pyrite. Began the
4,
best,
6,
going through
8,
just on time, and Chipotle Pepper and vying for that early lead is also
everybody go for the lead.
Inside, Wildfire got in behind them.
We knew the 6 would. The 6 is the one I had is having the pace advantage, so I am not surprised in the least
and the
that
trailer on the
6 is
inside,
definitely
Genius
ahead
of
by
Love.
2 lengths.
Out in front, darting clear is Chipotle Pepper, 2 lengths to Red Mood and Iron Pyrite, a length away just on time, and coming through next, Wildfire, getting towards Speedy Freeze around there outside from Rocket Riley, and Genius of Love is last. They
very active horse.
Inside the 3/8 with Chipotle Pepper, burning along by 3 lengths to Iron Pyrite, Red Mood, a length away, Wildfire. In behind them is Genius of Love coming up well, trimming the margin from the leaders. And off the track is Speedy Freeze. They come for home and out in front. Chipotle Pepper.
Very
chased
wide.
by I Am Pyrite,
Very wide.
Wildfire, Redbird on the
Rafi.
inside. And Genius of Love is running on well. The leader remains Chip.
Going to have to make up a lot of ground there.
I Am Pyrite
Yeah.
now
No,
finding that extra
not
zip.
today.
And down the outside,
Looks like it's going to
Genius
be
of Love.
6-8 unless we
Wildfire
get
is
a
there.
closer
Genius
from
of Love
3-2.
coming on the extreme outside. I Am Pyrite in front. I Am Pyrite clear, and I Am Pyrite will find enough to win 3/4 to Genius of Love, and flying third.
Almost made it in there.
Look at that 4
Wildfire has run fourth.
Huh?
They ran it in 1:10:48.
Out there, that 4 was alive.
That 4 was alive. Yeah, just waited way too long, but he was alive at the end there.
Those are the horses we talked about, though.
Yep. Oh, the 8, and this is what I said, moving up that ladder,
Yeah.
8, 2, 4.
And that 2's talented. JG Funk's got a boom. JG.
Look at that, JG Funk. Nice job, bud.
Number 8, I Am Pyrite.
One has to wonder why Rafi waited that long for the 4 to run, because he was motoring.
8, 2, 4, 3. The first quarter went in 22 and 1, and make that 22 and 4.5 a mile.
Look how much ground this 4 makes up on the last.
5/8. The time for the race is 1:10.
Sorry, go ahead, John.
Again, 8, 2, 4, 3 unofficial.
No, look at that. Look how much ground that 4 makes up. Wow.
Whew. Mike Whitten, you got yourself a winner there, buddy.
Good job, Mike Whitten.
That exacta per my numbers pays 34 on a $1 bet.
Oh,
so well done
fabulous
there.
job, Mike Whitten.
Fabulous job. So yeah, JG Funk, Mike Whitten. We definitely got some. Yeah, James White, that 4 was flying. Did not get I wouldn't say got the best ride there. He went inside and tried to do some trickery, but still managed to pull up a really impressive finish there, considering the hand she was dealt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Rafi had her going way wide, and then once he got her going, she was just flying down the stretch.
Way wide, inside, and then pulling in between horses to finish for third. So, Bobby D, I think you got yourself an exacta there as well. I see the 8, I see the 2. It looks like you got something there, Bobby D. On fire still.
He is. Bobby D is just absolutely just owning this track right now. he's just pulling up to the. Look at that. JG Funk going nuts. Bobby is just owning this track right now.
To a win here tonight has been a model of consistency with lots of seconds, and that run of seconds 3 in a row followed an earlier win at the meet. So back to the winners list today for a second lifetime success, but also keep in mind those 4 seconds and a third make from 11 starts a great strike rate. I Am Pyrite, the winner, is a 3-year-old bay filly. She is by Golden Sense.
Krista
Wiley.
Cole. She is so good.
Congrats to Krista Cole, winning trainer for 3D's Racing Stable. And a double is up for Deshaun Gaskin, who won the first and has now won the 7th. And the breeders of the winner, Ed Seltzer and Beverly Seltzer, a Kentucky-bred I Am Pyrite.
Yeah, the six took the lead and just had nothing left in the stretch. And again, this is what I was saying too, which is interesting. Kind of went against my own theory there. From the 8 went 15 to 23. And everyone would look and say, "Oh, it was a cheaper animal," but he just keeps getting better at the end. And that's why those prices you have to look at consistency, and that's exactly where that horse was. So kudos to Krista Cole for kept moving them up and kept winning.
Yeah, Lorenzo, the 6 was the pace setter, as we predicted too, or at least as I predicted, the 6 was going to be the pace setter. But with a lot of those pace setters, and I had it in my numbers that horse was going to fade, and sure enough, there was enough pressure on him that few closers. The 8 was more of a pusher and less of a fade.
Yeah,
got his nose in there. We all like the 4. The 2, the 2 stuck his nose in there as well and pulled out a win. It's a second place, sorry.
A nice return as the result is official on the winner number 8. I am Pyrite $10.
And you know what the real
Always.
And the
frustrating?
exactor
Yeah.
82
And if anyone
$69.
looks
10
at my
cents.
stable dual tool
Tried,
team, the
824,
2 horses I had were 8 and 2. So I don't know what I
145.30.
was doing.
The Super 8-2-4-3, $606.
But okay.
A little excited on the
6-8
floor.
double,
Oops, exactly.
33.50.
That favorite
Pick
fooled me a
3-5
little
in the
bit,
first
you
lead,
know,
$46.
the way they were betting it. But
Pick 4 numbers, 6, 5, 6.
Looks like our new friend Lorenzo got himself a 2-8 box there. Congratulations, Lorenzo.
$40.
oh, good job, Lorenzo.
2-8
Nice
swinger,
job.
545.
Well done. Well done.
4-8 $1.90, 2-4 460.
Yeah, the 6
Yeah,
was
we had a lot
nowhere
of
to be
people.
found there.
Yeah,
And
6 was Fadezilla. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is why, exactly, we love to see you guys win. This is why, exactly, when you look, you're like, okay, you know. So we have 1 race left at Woodbine. Let's gather ourselves, if we shall.
Yeah, let's think about this one for a moment, shall we?
Yeah, see
what these
what I
numbers
did
are.
there? There's a horse named Gather in this next race.
Oh, well, look at that. Well, look at that. Now I see it. I'm looking at my sheet. Now I see it.
Exactly. So, yeah. So we will. Let me go to here so I can get the next race up here for us. There we go. Perfect. Bring him right up. There we go. We're right back here. Yep. No, the Bobby D, you're doing great. So exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Take the luck with a bit of skill and plenty of homework, I'm
Yep.
sure.
Exactly.
You take the wins for what they are.
And Woodbine is like Churchill. Well, there's an interesting combination I haven't heard too much.
All right. Joe T is Joe T's got himself a winner here now too. I know Joe T had some bad luck earlier, but it looks like 8-2 woohoo. That sounds like a good deal for
Good
Joe
job,
T.
bud. Good job.
I thought he had the 4-8 from above, but it looks like he's celebrating the 8-2. Got one finally. There you go,
there you
Joe.
go. All right, Joe. Way to go, bud.
Cash those cards, guys. Cash them out.
Cash those tickets.
We'll move on to 8. Cash the tickets. All right, and I will stick along for the final race here today.
Yes, sir.
Miss our buddy Tim today.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Hope he's doing great. Absolutely. I was here to burn my no sweat FanDuel bet from losing.
Oh, yeah.
Arthur's Ride. Yeah.
I really liked Arthur's Ride a lot too,
Yeah.
man. That horse at the Whitney, the race before the Whitney that he was running, the distance. I was like, oh, this horse loves the distance. Can't get enough of it. And then the Classic, like, was Arthur's Ride even there? I didn't see him. I couldn't tell. Oh, yeah. I was so bummed out about Arthur's Ride. I really wanted that one to happen.
Yep. Junior tried to get him to the lead, but, you know.
Yeah. And that's a horse that wanted the lead, but yeah, there are a lot of horses that wanted the lead in that race. And one of them just kept fighting. Yeah. And that was fierceness. That's a horse that fights the whole way through start to finish.
I have to say this again, right? We're all geniuses after the race.
All geniuses after.
Right. We're all geniuses after the race. I tried to convince my friend, right? He put $100 across on next. I said, what are you doing? He's in the top, he's in the 14 post. He runs 51 halves. I said, versus this group. If you watch that ride, I give Luan Machado so much credit, and I give the trainer for having him show up and all that stuff. The minute that gate opened up, Luan just went into an absolute gallop and just rode him around the track. There was no way he knew. There was no way he was keeping up with that pace. With that, you know what I'm saying? He's a mile and a half, 2 mile horse. There's no way a mile and a half horse is going 2 mile horse is going to keep up with those type of talent at a mile and a quarter. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. I was hopeful on next as well. I thought there were so many interesting storylines that went into the Classic. Next being, I think, the most fascinating one. But,
by far. But yeah,
a horse that ran in the juvenile 4 years ago, and I was high on him then, but he was, yeah. I was high on him, but he was like my long shot. He was my smart
Oh
guy.
yeah, yeah. No, everyone was hoping what a great story that would be, but you could tell like 6 strides in, Luan was like, okay, we're just
yeah.
We're just gonna get you around, boy. Exactly. So
my numbers
17
had
minutes.
Sierra Leone as one. Oh, 17
yeah, exactly.
minutes. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Who now? Oh, here's before we can do this. We have 17 minutes, right? Formula. Who would you give your MVP? Who was like your most impressive like performance of the weekend?
I'm gonna say Rebels Romance because
yeah,
like I went into this and I was like Rebels Romance, and then I kept hearing all these negatives on Rebels Romance, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe Rebels Romance, didn't show up last year for the race, and
he's a 6-year-old. No 6-year-old is one. He can't. He's on the outside. He can't.
There's all these other horses we can talk up, and I'm like, hey, you know what? This sounds like a race that we can get off of Rebels Romance. And then that stretch run, I'm like, whoa, was there any other horse other than Rebels Romance?
Right. So, and he just kept them on the outside the whole time brilliantly. And just, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say, and we can talk about a whole bunch of horses here, but for me, I'm going to say Rebels Romance.
Yep.
How about you?
That's
Spin Nation, what you got?
That's definitely to me, Rebels Romance. I mean, look at like the way that race was run and where William Buick had him constantly in the right spot, and then to finish like that, I think that was. Yeah. I mean, definitely Sherry's horse was just amazing. The mile, the way he just closed like a freight train. But I think definitely Rebels Romance was the most impressive winner.
Right. Yeah, gotta agree.
On the 2-year-old side, definitely that Victoria horse for Aiden O'Brien. She was just so impressive.
Oh, Lake Victoria.
Yeah, Lake Victoria. She won Friday by like a landslide on that.
Yep.
On that,
That was the right horse.
And let me just quickly give my to our great announcer, our audience here. Let me give my sermon that Spin gives every single year. Okay, the Derby is won in May, not on the November 1st at Del Mar. The Baffert horses, they impressive. They went 1-2. If you on that theory last year, Fierceness wins the Derby by 28 lengths after that impressive juvenile last year. Where was he in the Derby? 18th. Right? The Derby is not won at Del Mar. It's won in Kentucky. So all those people who want to jump off the East Street bandwagon, the Conor McPatrick bandwagon, any of those things, do not. That was one race on the West Coast. They may not like the track. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And exactly.
We've seen this from Baffert before too, right? Like Corniche won the juvenile, and then we never heard from him again.
Nope.
That's
exactly.
Especially about Baffert horses,
right?
Is like the fall off. You may be talking about 3 Baffert horses now, and you'll be talking about a different 3 in April.
Yeah.
Right. Like he just sort of burns through 2-year-olds pretty quickly, and he's got good ones. But I think maybe his training regiment really, the cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
And if you can't handle it, you break down, and it's an ugly thing to talk about. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe other trainers go through that as well, and I'm just picking on Bob, but
the Derby is won at Turfway. Exactly, Mike Whitten. Exactly.
Yeah.
If that was the case, then endlessly, I would have a lot of money. That was the case. But exactly, sadly, it was not this year. Exactly. But and we have the lovely Miss Gizmo Hardy with us joining us. Hello, my friend. Hope all is well. We had 2 Gizmos in here last week. I'd never seen that before. Exactly. We had 2 separate, and the biggest sire up in Canada, which is funny, is Giant Gizmo, which is just funny. But Gizmo, lovely to have you, my friend.
I might lose my hearing in a second here because I I can hear my my Bluetooth is dinging on me, so I'm guessing it's
there
pretty
you
low
go. Okay.
battery.
Yep.
I hope
Yep.
I make it to the end here. I might have
No
a
worries.
backup.
Yep.
We'll see.
We
So
got you.
let's get through. Let's talk through this race
Yes.
real quickly.
Yes. Okay. Yep. In this race, okay. I I love a horse in this race, and they do too. And that's
Okay.
Gather. I really do like this horse, Gather. That was a huge scratch, by the way, of the ironically Secret Gizmo was scratched out of this race. That was kind of ironic, but yeah. So this is a very interesting race, and for sure. And to me, the 7 Gather, dropping from there's Tony Gallardo, my friend on the screen as we speak. The Abley and he have done very well together at 22%. You look at this horse, and this horse lost to Norman No, who was scratched out of the last race, and twisting pistons on the synthetic at 23.5. Tony's has had an unbelievable year. Tony took a year off, really. He had a couple horses, but really took a year off from training. Came back full time this year. Look at this: 8, 6, and 3 and 31. That's quite remarkable. He spotted his horses perfectly. This horse should have no trouble, I think, on the synthetic whatsoever. And I just think Tony owns this horse as well as trains it. I think this horse is just going to be too tough to beat in here.
Okay.
My second pick was the notice the 11, by the way, scratch, which was a huge scratch too. Zenith Swift out of this race. So without him, the 10 could be an interesting one, dropping down into ran the 7 furlongs. But was steadied sharply. If you watch the 10's race, this is why I had this note here. He came in 5th by 10 lengths, but watch, he was steadied really sharply in his race in that race. So I almost throw a big giant X around that 10.
Okay.
And if
throw
you look
an
at
X around the 10. Okay, I'll cross off the 10 then.
No. I mean that race 2 back.
Oh,
because if you look at his 2 other synthetic races, he comes in 3rd in the optional 75 9 of 1 and wins at 40K on the maiden optional with husbands. You know what I'm saying? So this horse is going to be right there. So I think this is 7, 10, and then 1.
7, 10, and 1. Oh, yes. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my. I'm wondering when I'm going to lose my hearing on this. Yeah, I see where you're going with. I did not grade out the 7 as well as you did. It's pretty close. I definitely see the reasons for liking the 7. I think he's the best at the track.
Yeah.
But just in terms of how everything scored out for me, I didn't have him in top 3 in any of my formulas, except he did have the 3rd best recent race, and I've got his race times as being 3rd best. For whatever that's worth. Let me talk through a couple that I do like here. The 5, you didn't mention the 5, Silent Patsy. The only horse here that I have as being a significant closer. I had a lot of my formulas rank him as number 1. I've got his last races being the top one, 80% in the money. I love the closing on this horse. So last time he was just off the pace, used to sitting like 2 lengths off of the pace, which is not a bad spot. In terms of class, he doesn't really rank out as well as some of the other horses. He's around a 36,000 race. This is a 34, so he's in the right spot. But a lot of these horses, a number of them are dropping down from 50s and 60s. So curious to see how that's going to play out. My number 2 horse, one you didn't mention either, is the 2. Chamelli's Affair? Chamelli's?
Yeah.
Okay. I can still hear you. That's good. I've got this horse is having the best times. 1 win in 10 races. Also sits 2 lengths off the pace. I don't have him as a huge closer, just not losing a whole lot of ground, which if you're sitting 2 lengths off isn't, the greatest endorsement. Got him as having the 2nd or 3rd best speed figures for the race. Really like his last workout. I think he's got the best last workout of any of the horses here, a 47.6. And in terms of jockey trainer sire combo, a little bit wanting, not as high as the 5. The 5 was my number 1. The 10. Where'd I get 3 from? The 10 is my third in terms of jockey trainer sire combo. My third horse overall, 1 win in 8 races, 3 times in the money. Got the best speed figures for the distance and the surface. Yeah. So if I were to give you my top 3, it would be 5, 2, 10, which matches up with your 7, 10, 1. Wow, how are we going to do this? And then I had another.
I'll tell you why I did not like the 5. If this helps you.
Oh, tell me. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The hardest thing. Now watch. I'm going to put them in the winner's circle, so you might want to use them on top. Okay. The hardest thing at Woodbine is going from maiden winners to against winners. You know, like in terms of and it took him 4 tries. See, and the light bulb did click, and this could be and Rafi's back on, which is the absolute wonderful, and him and Tino have great success. You know, so that's a definite positive angle. But at Woodbine, going from that maiden to the winners is the toughest jump. You know what I'm saying? So often that it can be a tough. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I had him 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Oh, so you got him 4th though. So you've got him.
I had him 4th, but I just think, and ironically, your 2 would have been 5th. You know what I'm saying? Like for my super high 5, but you know what I'm saying? It's so tough to go from winners to maiden to winners. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so let me try to make sense of all this. So I think we both like the 10.
Yep.
So that's going to be my key here.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Let me see what I can do here. There's one other horse that I want to try to squeak in that we haven't talked about yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, but that's really tough. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do the trifecta of my dreams here.
How much money do we have left?
I mean, we've got enough to do the trifecta of my dreams, but I don't know if all this would pay out. Yeah, how much money do we have left here? Oh wait, we hit the wrong banner. We do not have that much left. We have 55 left. Yeah.
There you go.
And we have 4 minutes left to put. Yeah, that's more like it, right?
There you go. Okay. You could do a 7-5 all, Joe. You could do that.
That's interesting. That's interesting as well. So something like do a Tim special here, thinking that we've got first, second, and we're just playing for that third horse. Yeah, I'm not that confident in 7-5 to be 1-2. I don't see that as
especially with that 10 out there. You know, that's a huge scratch to the 11 too. Yeah.
All right, I am back to hearing. Luckily, I had a backup, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I don't feel confident enough in 2 horses here.
Yeah.
Did it 5-2, and that's definitely off of what you were thinking here as well. And this is a tough one. Okay, so maybe I'll just shorten it up and do something similar to what I did before, except I'll use the 10, since we both agree on that one. And yeah, I'll cross out the last horse I was going to use, which is the 4. I really wanted to get the 4 in there because it have like one really solid win. Yeah, but you know what? I shouldn't be keying off of that. Okay, I think the pick is in here. Uh-oh, is my mic failing on me again?
Yeah, no, now you're fine. Yep, now you're fine. Yep.
No, and it was my earpiece this time.
Yep.
The battery died on it.
Yep.
Okay.
You are just fine.
Box. Oops. 10 with 1, 2, 7. All right, I will hit that button. Yeah, so like those you were saying, the Gacha box 10 all. I've got a try key box with 10, 1, 2, 5, 7. So I need that 10 to be in one of the top 3 positions, and then 1, 2, 5, 4, 7 rounding out the other 2.
Yep. So for those who did not hear that, that's 10 with the 1, 2, 5, 7, 50-cent try key box, which is $18 total. So we need the 10 to be in the thing. So we got it.
Maybe I moved my head and
You probably did.
Yeah, probably. I'll work on that. Sorry, Anna.
No worries, my friend. Yep. Hold on a second here. I'm just gonna get the sound on here for us.
Yeah, the more I looked at the 4, I think in my head I was forcing it in there. Maybe it does get in there. I was trying to force in a price, but yeah, maybe we'll get a price somewhere else.
Yeah.
And like we always like to do, take a look at some of these exacta pools, because even though we're not playing an exacta, it can kind of give you a hint as to what combinations could pay out. So let's look at the 10 here.
Yeah.
10 on top, and we've got 1, 2, 5, and 7. So the 1 is 39, the 2 is 44, the 5 is 24, and the 7 is 20. So that's just on an exacta. So if we get that combo of 10 on top with one of those are the prices pay out. You can imagine what it pays out after that. So hopefully we get.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. So yeah, we got Robert up here.
Either way. And Anna really likes that 7 to win.
Anna's going. Come on, Anna. We want to win for Anna. There you go.
Do this for Anna. Yeah.
This race concluding our program for today. 6 1/2 furlong. Shameless Affair.
Yeah, Joe T. Thought about doing something like this. I'm just not sold on the 7-5 being the top 2. I feel like another horse like the 10 could squeak in there. It just feels like a wide open field to me.
Shameless Affair still out, and now it's Silent Patsy to gate 5. Still to come, Matoli Power. Gather moves up. Liam's Awesome to gate 8. Trick and Treat.
Trick and Treat running a week late, by the way. How about that?
Yeah, I know, huh?
Here for stablemate. Trick and Treat going in. They're almost ready with Faithful Creek.
Look at James White. He's got a similar idea to us.
Currently number 7. Gather now 9 to 5. Silent Patsy 3 to 1. Shameless Affair and Matoli Power. Going in is Shameless Affair. The last along is Matoli Power. Was it Campos gate 3? Being turned around behind the start is this Chestnut Filly and moves in. This field is set to run. Locked up. On their way and a very even start. Trick and Treat won the break narrowly. Away well was Faithful Creek, and Trick and Treat taken on by Gather, who musters momentum and driving up near the inside. Matoli Power. Silent Patsy's there with Shameless Affair. The inside as Gather leads, and up the inside Crimson Knights. Moving through Shameless Affair to join, and they are in front. Gather and Shameless Affair from Silent Patsy, Crimson Knights, Trick and Treat, Matoli Power. One away,
horses in the front.
Back second last, Liam's Awesome, and the
3
trailer is
horses, 4 horses in the front. All we need is to squeak the 10
Pushing
in
with
there.
the lead again, Shameless Affair with Gather the outside and Silent Patsy the center. A length and a half, Trick and Treat.
Save
and
some for the finish,
Power,
guys.
and over on the outside, Faithful Creek up the rails, Crimson Knights. 2 lengths behind them came Liam's Awesome, and 3.5 to Tacky on speed. There's been no distinct leader the whole way. Gather trying to wrestle the lead away with Silent Patsy from Shameless Affair. Running home is Faithful Creek. Matoli Power, the center, making ground. Then Trick and Treat, Crimson Knights with run. And for the back starting to wind up is Liam's Awesome. Down the stretch, Gather, Silent Patsy from Faithful Creek, making a line of 3. Shameless Affairs coming alive. Then Matoli Power. Faithful Creek burst to the front, and Faithful Creek opens the lead to a length to Silent Patsy from Shameless Affair. And Faithful Creek has enough to win. Faithful Creek wins the nightcap by a length and a half to Silent Patsy. 2.5 away, Matoli Power, followed by Liam's Awesome, and then Trick and Treat. And Shameless Affair headed the rest. 1:17.
I should have looked at the name. Right?
Wow.
Mytole or Mytole, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Been putting on some
Totally,
pretty darn good sprinters, right? Just looking at the name, I should have keyed off of that.
Yeah, the 10 ran huge races on the poly track.
Yeah. I should have just placed him to win. We had the right idea there with the key, just didn't have the right third horse.
I had a personally, I had 10 over the 5-7.
Second, 5, Silent Patsy.
Oh, did you really?
Number
yeah.
3,
yeah.
10 over the 5.
I was looking good there for about 10 seconds. And then, so basically what we learned tonight is that you could not be on the lead unless you were Sahin Savachi, because no one else.
The first quarter, 23
every horse faded on the
23 and 2. A
half James hit?
2 even had a chance.
3 quarters, 110 and 4. The time is 1:17.
Look at that, 10 all with 3-9. Nice job, James. James White.
Very well done, James. Wow, that is a nice hit, James. Indeed. Kyle Graves.
Great hit.
I added the 3 underneath my key box with the profits bet. Kyle Graves, that's how it's done. You take our bet.
There you go, bud. Nice job. There you go.
A winner.
Good job, Kyle.
Because 4 over 4 over 11, that's pretty nice.
Exactly. Sorry, Anna. Exactly.
Yeah. James, well done
buddy.
If
you bet speed today at Woodbine, it was just not a good day. You know? Not a good day at all.
Yeah, we might not have won, but we're very happy to see some of you guys win.
Yes, exactly.
Losses exacta, but add $2 on the 10 to win. Hey, that's not bad either. Add that to the
great job. Great job, guys.
Your wins today. Yeah.
Love to see that. Nice job, JG Funk. Yeah, James, sure. Great. Yeah, I hear you. Anna, you're not alone. You're not alone tonight. Creek. I was betting speed today, and that's not a good formula.
A career of 9 starts with this Bay filly, 3 years
came real close there, Joe T.
From Faith Healer,
very close.
Steve Attard for Sheldon Peddle and Solimeta. Raritan C. Jones, Brett.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Anna. There's always next time. Just as long as you keep it within your budget and you're comfortable with what you spend.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case.
And thank you, Bob. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Thank you for watching and listening.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, no, I love that 10. Love that 10. That was definitely the. Yeah, I have the 10 across. It won't pay that much, but at least it beats. You know, we both love that 10.
We did. That's why we had it keyed.
Yeah. You look at those races that 10 ran on the poly track. This horse is just a monster on the poly track.
Yeah.
Joe T, always a great night with you, my friend. Thank you always.
Yeah. JG Funk. Thank you as well. Hey, this show wouldn't be anything without you guys.
My friend. Yeah, Bobby D. Bobby D was insane tonight. Bobby D's buying dinner for everybody in his neighborhood. Yeah, Bobby Kyle D. Graves, great job, my friend. James White, awesome job, my friend. Love to see you guys win, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We've had, overall as a group, we've had a pretty darn good year, but we love to see when you guys win. It really makes the room that much better. You know?
No matter what happens the rest of the way out, we are going to finish up on the year because we've had some really big ones.
Yeah. And so by the way, 10-5 exacta, $67. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. On a $2 bet, $67.
Wow. This is why Woodbine, and everyone knows I'm biased, but I speak fact, not with my heart. Look at that. When can you get a 4-1 and a 5-2 and get 67.20 on an exacta? You would not get that in New York. You would not get that. You might not even get that at Turfway. You know what I'm saying? In terms of,
Yeah. And that trifecta, that's kind of what we were going for there, right? That trifecta.
Yeah.
You get 3 figures on a 50-cent trifecta. It was $2.33 on a $1. So that's the neighborhood that we were trying to bark up when we placed that bet. Just didn't have the right horse.
We were close. Exactly.
We're close.
So thank you, Formula, for joining us, my man.
Sean. Yeah.
Always pleasure. Always a pleasure. And thank you to everybody out there for making it. We will see you next week. And as hopefully we can get those things right. Won one race tonight of $10. Hey, look at that 8 tank of gas from Mike Whitten. And by the way, just for those who know, Mike Whitten, an eighth of a tank of gas gets him to Turfway Park. So,
that's not a bad deal.
See, he's a winner either way.
All right, everyone. Good luck the rest of the way
Thank
out.
you, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Have a great night.